The lavish lifestyle of Neymar. Neymar is one of the highest paid athletes in the world, and as of 2022, he has cultivated a net worth of over $200 million. Over the course of his past 13 years as a professional footballer, Neymar has added many expensive purchases to his collection, and some of them are going to blow your mind. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the lavish lifestyle of Neymar. Make sure you watch until the end of the video to see his most expensive purchase to date. The cheapest car he owns is a $45,000 Volkswagen Touareg, and this is a rather modest car that he just uses to drive around town without getting too much attention. You wouldn't really expect someone as rich as Neymar to be in this vehicle, and that's exactly why he owns one. The Touareg isn't a bad car by any means, it's still a luxury SUV, and while you wouldn't really expect it to be on the same level as an Audi or a BMW, we're sure you wouldn't mind riding around in this thing. The fastest car he owns is a $4.8 million Koenigsegg CCXR. This beast of a sports car can reach speeds of up to 410 km per hour, and it can reach 0 to 100 in just 2.9 seconds. It has an output of over 1,000 horsepower, and with a 4.8-litre V8 engine, there's practically nothing this car can't do. It's the most expensive and impressive car he owns. Aside from that, Neymar has no shortage of impressive vehicles. Among his top purchases is an ultra-rare Lamborghini Veneno, which has a massive 6.5-litre V12 engine, 750 horsepower, and a top speed of over 356 km per hour. All of that comes with a hefty price tag of $4.5 million. He also has a $3.4 million Lykan Hypersport, which is a Lamborghini spin-off with a top speed of 395 km per hour. His final car that costs over $1 million is his $2.3 million Aston Martin Vulcan. There are a few other cheaper cars he owns, like his $239,340 Ferrari 458 Italia, his $115,000 Audi R8 Spider, and his $700,000 Maserati MC12. You're more than likely to see Neymar riding around in one of these than his super expensive cars, but regardless, his car collection alone is worth tens of millions of dollars, and these are just some of the cars in his collection. But perhaps something that's even more impressive than his car collection is his property collection. Neymar is known to have owned or rented properties across the world, and here are just a few of the most impressive ones. Neymar has played for Paris Saint-Germain since 2017, and because of that, he has had to make the move to Paris. He moved into a 10,000 square foot, 5-story mansion very close to the city center that was worth an estimated $7 million. This mansion was built in the 1950s, and it has pretty much everything you can imagine. On the outside, there's a massive 10,000 square meter garden which is as big as the property itself. There's also an indoor pool, a sauna, a Turkish bath, sun lodges, and so many other things that you won't even find in some of the most impressive homes in the world. Whenever Neymar is on vacation, he spends his time in a $10,000 a night mansion located in the center of Beverly Hills, where he has held parties that included the likes of Michael Jordan, Lewis Hamilton, and Justin Bieber. This mansion is practically made for partying, and it encompasses an area of over 20,000 square feet with 7 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, and even its own private cinema. But those are just his side properties. Neymar's primary residence is located in Rio de Janeiro, where he owns a $10 million estate that's over 3 acres in size. His house comes with its own helipad, and he even has his own private jetty on the property where he keeps his $5 million Ferrari yacht named Nadine. According to Forbes, his luxury yacht costs $120,000 just to maintain. On the inside, there are 6 massive bedrooms that are probably big enough to be classified as an apartment on their own. It also has a massive swimming pool with incredible views of the Rio de Janeiro coast, and overall it's almost like a little piece of paradise made especially for Neymar. Some other features of this massive property include a pool table, a 3,000-bottle wine cellar, a gym, a spa, a sauna room, and an indoor tennis court. But not all of the PSG star's expensive purchases are made in the real world. Neymar has always been quite active on the internet, and his love for the internet made headlines in 2022 when he officially entered the exclusive Bored Ape Yacht Club. His Bored Ape is pink in color, wears a party hat, which is pretty on brand for Neymar, and it also wears these cool holographic sunglasses. By buying this NFT, he has joined the likes of Jimmy Fallon and Eminem, and joining this club gives him exclusive access to pretty much every VIP event in the world. Not that Neymar would have a hard time entering those events in the first place. As a footballer, Neymar has to travel around the world quite frequently, and to make all of that easier for himself, he got himself a luxury private jet as well. Neymar owns the Embraer Legacy 450, which costs a whopping $15 million, making it more expensive than any of his properties. To be fair, his private jet is sort of a house all on its own. Considering the flight from Rio to Paris takes around 12 hours, it's easy to understand why he bought this jet. But he doesn't just like to fly long distance, he has something for short distance flights as well. As you can probably guess from the massive helipad in his Rio house, Neymar also owns a helicopter. His Airbus H145 costs an estimated $14.5 million, and the interior of the helicopter is designed to have themes from Batman, Neymar's favorite superhero. The tail of his helicopter has an NJR logo, leaving no doubts behind on who actually owns it. Neymar's watch collection is estimated to be over $1.1 million. He's constantly seen wearing watches that cost thousands of dollars, such as his $40,000 Rolex Daytona 116508 GR, his $54,000 Rolex Skydweller 326935, and his $10,000 Rolex GMT Master II 126710 BLNR. There was even that time in Tokyo when Neymar entered a Gargo Milano store in Tokyo and bought 16 watches for $180,000. Clearly, this man loves his watches. Aside from his possessions, Neymar always goes above and beyond whenever he hosts a party. There aren't any clear figures for how much he actually spends on partying, but his party entourage alone gets paid an estimated $12,000 a month, along with all of their living and travel expenses being covered by Neymar. But not all of Neymar's money is spent on himself. He's one of the most generous football players in the world, and during the pandemic, Neymar spent over $1 million to help fight the virus and contribute to people who lost their livelihood. He owns a football facility in Brazil that helps underprivileged children train and come into contact with major teams around the world, which is fitting because Neymar himself was also an underprivileged kid from Brazil once. He also owns the Neymar Sports Network of schools, he is the brand ambassador of Handicap International, and a lot of his charity work goes unnoticed or unpublished. Currently, Neymar has a salary of over $78 million per year, and that's on top of multi-million-dollar endorsement deals from various brands. It's clear that Neymar isn't afraid to spend money on himself, but he makes sure he takes care of the community as well. That's a wrap for the lavish lifestyle of Neymar. What do you envy the most about Neymar? Let us know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.